Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Dior, and this is Brainlord. Let's continue. Where we last left off, we explored a lot of, I think this is level 3 and 2, and died once. And we're out of the magic field. Alright. We also saved, what's her name, Vanessa, or whatever. So, this door we just recently unlocked, but we didn't really go too far into it because we backtracked because we had the fire sword, so let's go ahead and go through this way. And go figure, we do need the fire sword for this. Oh, I'm saved. I fell through a crack in the ice into this place and couldn't get out. Thank you, Leaf. Yeah. You thank me now after being a jerk earlier. Anyway, Leaf has found the heavy maul. And they misspelled maul. Anyway, this is the heavy maul. Heavy maul, attack power 15, defeat an enemy with one blow with this weapon. It's another of the, I think it's the strongest Morning Star. Or flail type weapon, if you prefer to be called that. Alright, so that means we got those keys. Now the question is, any other locked doors I haven't gone through yet? I think we're good for the moment. We do have a key. Or I thought I did. Yeah, I do. I have the floodgate key. Beautiful and transparent. Fortunately, I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to use it at. Despite it being a ranged weapon, I still got hit. Alright. We got a few okay, I see where we can go. The big issue right now is I need to... We'll see if that third locked door is the floodgate. I don't remember if there's an actual third... I don't remember if the third key is called the third gate key or not. We'll know soon enough. Awesome. Come to think of it, I think I got a blue orb from that same enemy before. Maybe it's if I actually restart the entire game, like restart the emulator and all that. Maybe that will count. I'll test the theory out off screen. So if it does work out, I'll happily show off all the neat little things these fairies can do. And by neat, I mean only the few that actually matter. No, it doesn't work. Alright, that means we're gonna have to do some backtracking, because I don't remember where the locked door is. It's actually been a few hours. It's probably been, like, what, 9-10 hours since I last played this. And I was playing other game. Here, it's not level 3. I'll be right back, because I think I got it so it'll respawn the blue orb. So, I'm gonna start grinding this stuff, so be right back everyone. Alright, and I'm back. That took a bit. As you can see, I have the Parrot Fairy out, as well. This is the other fairy I haven't shown you, is the Deceased Fairy, the one that resurrects you by sacrificing levels. This was the second to last one I finished leveling up. Something to note about this fairy, well, this is what it looks like. It's just a little guy carrying a backpack. It's way too big. But, he, or it, she, whatever, she only requires, 150 experience per level instead of 200, so that's 3 orbs instead of 4. Also, the light fairy, Rumia, only requires 100 XP per level, so 2 orbs. Everyone else requires 200 XP, so 4 orbs, and the max level is 19, so going from 1 to 19 with a regular fairy that uses 4 orbs per level, that's 72 orbs. So yeah, it took a bit, and I got a lot of money out of it. I went ahead and went back to the, I used a warp gate to get back to the town. I sold a bunch of stuff I didn't need, like a bunch of spare shields and gear. So the only shield I have left is this shield that's about to break, and then the battle shield. I also sold some weapons I already had that I've already upgraded or side graded. Other than that, also I went ahead and organized my inventory because it was bothering me. But also something to note about the boots is the boots are considered an accessory slot, and so do the mirrors. So you can't equip the boots and the mirror at the same time. Because if I was able to, I would be equipped with a mirror right now, just simply because I have so many self-reses now, it's not even funny. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm trying to figure out my, way to explore and stuff, I'm going to show off the fairies that I've neglected to show you guys. First things first, Sakya, any of the stat fairies like Sakya and Mei Ling provide 20 plus 20 to their stats. So Sakya gives me plus 20 power, Mei Ling gives plus 20 defense. So that's about all you need to know there. Kaguya doesn't show anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap her out. I'll show the life fairy last because it's probably gonna be my primary. And I can't show Rumia because there's no dark rooms. If I don't run into any dark rooms towards the end of the game, I will go back to the second dungeon and show it off to you guys. Alright, so for right now, let's go ahead and show out the Fire Fairy. You guys got to see some of Moku's leveling up. So you saw how the Firebolt changes, and now we get to see the final phase of it. Yeah, shoots this like molten fireball thing. Oh, also I went ahead and bought all the spells I was missing, so I'll show those off as well. Anyway, let's do Water Fairy next. This is Cerno. Cerno is kind of disappointing the Water Fairy is kind of disappointing in the fact that it doesn't really change. Like that bolt is the same bolt that you see at level 1. It does do more damage as it levels up though, and it does home in. That's pretty useful. So if you have 2 of these, it can be pretty good for clearing rooms, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can show off Iku next, the Lightning Fairy. Iku is just awful, or sorry, the Lightning Fairy, I keep using their actual names. I'll try to see, she doesn't throw a projectile. What you gotta do is make the thing run into you. There you go, like this. And not only that, it takes 4 hits to kill anything with it. I think the radius goes a little bit wider as she levels up. When it starts out, it's like it's practically like a little line that shoots out in all directions, and you could barely see it. And as you level up, the lightning gets more and more visible. So there you go, that's the Lightning Fairy. And the Anger Fairy, this is Flandra. Now, the Anger Fairy is actually pretty good. As you can see, it just runs into things. The little energy that comes out doesn't appear, it appears as you level up. At level 1, she doesn't show anything at all, she just runs at things. Then she starts showing things that look almost like sweat drops, and then eventually starts showing like a little force field thing that goes around her. Let's go ahead and show her off again. There we go. Does about the same damage as all the other attack fairies. So not too bad, but honestly, if you really want to make the most out of your fairy slots, it's best to use things that are support rather than offense. Alright, you don't need to see Mei Ling, it doesn't show anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch back to Life Fairy. As you see, I just got instantly healed. And I'll go ahead and start switching to other spells. Oh, I can't show magic down here. Alright, well, let's just explore and see if I can find out where the hell I'm supposed to go next. Yeah, notice I'm practically healing at the about 1 per second, or 1 every 2 seconds or so. It's pretty reliable. You notice I'm using the boomerang again. Since my attack power is so high, I don't really need to worry about doing one-shots. This plaque has no meaning, hehehe. Yeah, that's... told you it was a trap. Now, oops. So right now the goal is to find where the locked door I missed is. I have a few guesses, but not too many. Already done this one. Sorry for the backtracking, but I don't really want to look it up. But I'm glad I was able to at least grind everyone to full level. Level 19, as you can tell, it's something you have to grind for if you really want to reach it. If you're not gonna, you might get lucky and get one. If you use one fairy only, and my shield just broke. It's a big shield. But the, if you use, like, maybe one fairy, so it gets all the blue orbs, you might be able to get one to that level before the end of the game, if you just go straight through. You escaped the anti-magic field. Okay, so now I can show magic. Yep, this is the fire wheel thing. And it slowly spreads outwards. And then you got the fireball. And then you got lightning, which I'll try to find an enemy to use that on. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything I need to show this way. Oh great, I'm poisoned. The thing about poison is it only halves your base stats, so right now, I still get the plus 20 from, Sakya. Alright, so it's not this way. At least I don't have to worry about being poisoned now. Also, despite the shopping I did, I have a ridiculous amount of gold still. I mean, every one blue orb I was getting 300 gold. So you can imagine just how many, how much, you can do the math. I'm paralyzed and poisoned now. Ouch. Actually, let me check down there real quick. There's that other room I didn't check. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been through these rooms, so... That leads to there, there, and there. Okay. So yeah, where we need to go is apparently on a different floor. I'm pretty sure there's like a locked door I missed or something. Or I passed, but I didn't have a key for it at the time. It's no big deal. Oh yeah, it's this room again. Maybe I'll just fight the boss while poisoned, unless I happen to find a shop. I didn't buy any extra herbs. When I got poisoned while I was grinding, I just continued grinding with the poison, and then I used an inn once I got back to town. Using the inn apparently does remove the poison. I didn't think it would, but it does. Probably should have bought... Oh, there's a door right there. How remarkably convenient. Oh, this is the room. Alright, this is the room that I got stuck on when I was a kid. Floodgate room. The key to this room is on the control pad. You have 3 switches that don't do a thing. What you're supposed to do, like I spent forever just hopping on these switches. I even somehow glitched the game to the point where I was actually holding down 2 buttons at the same time, but that wasn't what you're supposed to do. Literally, what you're supposed to do, I had to look up Nintendo Power. Like, back in the day, I had like 100 or so, 100 plus issues of Nintendo Power just like in my closet or whatever, and I went through all of them until, well, not all of them, but SNES era, but after Brainlord came out, those issues, I went through all of them, and eventually someone did ask Nintendo Power, how do you get through this room? What you're supposed to do is walk up here, and you hit X on your SNES control pad. I mean, I didn't really understand what it meant by on a control pad. Usually when I hear control pad, I think that directional pad, not the buttons. So, yeah, all you're supposed to do is walk up to the door and hit X. In my case, it's Y, but that's because I'm using a Logitech gamepad. Follow the flow of the water and drop down. But something terrible will happen if you fall into the pool downstairs. Well, yeah, I've already fell down there. So follow the water down. Okay. It takes us down here. Yeah, if you fall down the pit down here, of course, you will be kind of screwed. There you go, that's lightning bolt. It's alright. It looks cool, at least. And you got a hovercraft here if you really want to use it. I don't think there's any reason to use a hovercraft in this room. Nope. Alright, so I showed off the spells. No, I haven't. I've showed... There's one more spell. This is Ghost. It's literally that snake game that you might have seen on, like, Windows 3.1 or whatever. With DOS. Alright, I'll switch back to stop, because that's what we're going to need to use. I didn't know you could push those. That's neat. Alright, chest. Leaf has found the meat. Leaf has found the 3rd gate key. Yay, we found the gate key. So what we gotta do now, well, is not do what I just did. It's not a big deal, to be honest, but it's unnecessary damage. Technically, there's no point in me attacking enemies anymore, because I don't think there's any more important shops I need to worry about anymore. And and shields are cheap, so... I went through the rest of the game, once I got the heavy maul or whatever. I used nothing but the heavy maul all the way through the entire game. But in this case, I think I might just use the freaking boomerang. This boomerang's actually... it's got some reach to it. If your fairies are max level, they will ignore the blue orbs. They won't go after them. So unless I use the deceased fairy, I'm never going to have to level anything up again. Or if I decide that for some odd reason I want to buy a duplicate fairy. Which I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Opens the third gate. There's the third gate. Hey, pallet swap. Down we go. You've escaped the anti-magic field. Yay! Now we can go down this. Whee! Aw, sweet. Save point. Thank you. Let's take a look at the map real quick. We should be almost done with this dungeon. I don't really remember anything besides... yeah, this is pretty much over. Alright, so... which way do we go first? Oops. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, we need a key. Yeah, I'm kinda just taking hits, I don't care. Alright. See what I mean when I said I don't need healing items anymore? I still have them, but I don't really need them. Oh joy, one of these puzzles. Well, what I could do is something like... sorry for the... well, it's not frame rate, it's the game lagging. You can actually do this without that ice block, but... it would be a little bit more difficult. Found a warp gate. Good. And we found the wave key. So, that was easy. Sorry if you're hearing my cats pawing at something. Okay, we'll save the game again. There, I avoided them this time. Alright. Well, wave key. Key found in the ice castle. A strange whirlpool is carved on it. Alright, conveyor belts. This is supposed to represent flowing water, but whatever. It's conveyor belts. Okay. Yeah, I jumped up just when I noticed. I jumped up just before I noticed that this was going to be a spike trap. Oh well. You're an eyesore, I'll get you. A poisonous fog came out of the plaque. That's fine, I'm already poisoned, I don't care. And we've gone down another floor. But I believe we're at the boss. I'll go ahead and show off the map real quick. Yeah, or just... Oh, actually, there's another floor down. This part's going on a little long, but you know what? We're just about done with this dungeon, so let's get it done. You found the drink. I don't remember what the drink was. Drink, your speed has increased for a while. Okay, it's just a movement speed, temporary buff. I think that's like one of the few times you'll ever find the drink. Because I don't think it's the thing you can. I don't think you can ever buy one, unlike the attack and defense temp buffs. I've never actually used it though, so I can't really say much about that. Just a second, I'm just making sure. Okay, there's nothing there. It's really odd that they put a spike trap just right there, as if someone would get curious just for that one nook. Oh, and... The water is frozen. This spring is frozen too. And you can probably guess this is a boss room. Yep. That looks like a boss room. Alright. I didn't think you'd get this far, but it's going to be really hard now. So, yeah, he fades away, and he becomes these things that will run into you, and I believe they cast spells. Now, you can't hurt them physically. Like, if I can actually... Yeah, see? My boomerangs are going through them. What you're supposed to do is you gotta use the stop medallion on one of them. It won't stop them, but it will reveal them. So you can actually hurt them. And just like that, I've already killed one. This fight was actually a little tedious because I decided to use the freaking heavy maul, but man, with the boomerang, this is just... I don't even have to move. You know, also the fact I have a level 19 Sakia helping me out too. There we go. In we go. Grr, what a disgusting guy. This time I will be your opponent. Wait! Leaf, let me take care of him. I'll knock him down. What? You've taken advantage of my silence. How could you say that, fool? Stop it, that's enough. Remus. Ferris? Ferris? Sorry, Leaf, Reen, I am the Fairy Queen. I didn't mean to be secretive. I would have stopped Remus sooner, but my guardian dragon, Fire Drake, won't live much longer. I had to hurry to find a successor with his spirit. If you have the courage to make it this far, I want you to meet my dragon. Reen, I'm sorry you were worried about Vanessa, but Remus doesn't have the power to hurt people. I should have told you that. Anyway, let's go back to Toronto. I want everyone to hear your story. That's alright. Remus, take care of things until I get back. Ferris. So you are the Fairy Queen. Excuse me for not saying anything. You're telling me. I wanted to find the one among you who has inherited the dragon's will. Inherited the dragon's will? Guys, I'm still poisoned. It seems like recently there are goblins everywhere. The dragon who controls the dark power is getting weak. If the dragon can't control the dark power, the evil Bellstorm, who's been sealed underground, will be revived. That is the dumbest name ever, at least for an evil guy. But the dragon won't live long, so he wants to leave a message for humans before it's too late. There's not much time. Leaf, I want you to meet the dragon. You're a little rough around the edges, but you're a fine character. I'm poisoned. So everyone, please help Leaf meet the dragon. Of course. I've come too far to stop now. I'm going with you to the end. So where is the dragon? He's hiding on the other side of Drug Mountain. Usually you can use the power of the Drug statue to get there, but someone has stolen the sapphire, so the road is closed. You can't go to Drug without the sapphire. First you have to look for it. I'll ask around into the town. We'll separate. I'll look for it too. There might be a clue in this town. Leaf, having the spell will help you in Drug. You received the ice medallion. She ain't kidding. You definitely could use the ice medallion. Anyway, this is Magic Shot. This is the ice spell. It's pretty much very similar to the Magic Shot, except it has a longer cast time and it has a secondary effect involving Drug Mountain. I'll check every likely place. Same thing. It's been 10 years since the sapphire was stolen. At that time, many people were trying to find the dragon for money. I hope that he's not with those heartless people. Alright, no more epic music. So there you go. We have finished the third dungeon, the Ice Palace, and the next dungeon will be Drug Mountain. I don't remember if Drug Mountain even has a boss, to be honest, but you do get something pretty awesome for completing Drug Mountain, so we're, I would say about past the halfway point at this point. There is Drug Mountain, and then there's one other dungeon, and then that's the end of the game. So the game's actually kind of short if you know what you're doing. So let's go ahead and spend the night here, so I can get rid of the poison. It's warm today. I feel good. Shall I record your progress? Yes. If you use the inn before you finish the Ice Palace, she'll mention that it's very cold and stuff like that. So at least keeps up with the current events, I guess. But there you go. We finished the Ice Palace. I've maxed out all the fairies, so there's no more grinding or anything I need to worry about. I just gotta complete the game. So until then, everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Brainlord. Hope to see you guys next time.